Okay, good morning. Hope you're all ready for some nice movement, some nice flowy movement. We'll start off with breathing just to start settling down before we get moving. So just allowing the seat bones to sink into the floor. And then just start becoming aware of the breath without doing anything to it. Just become aware of the breath and what's happening there. And then from here, we move into controlling the breath through yogic breath. So deep, nice, long, deep inhale. And then long, slow exhale. And then just continue that nice and slow. So you're getting a lot deeper now with the inhale. Just work right into that diaphragm. And then when you're ready, we'll move into Nadi Shodhana, so alternate nostril breathing. And then just release that and move into box breath. So 4, 4, 4, 4. So 4 inhale, 4 hold, or exhale, 4 hold. And continue around with that. And when you're ready, move back into yogic breath. And try and switch the yogic breath into Ujjayi breath. So you want to hear yourself breathe. So just restrict the throat a little bit. Beautiful. Just using that breath throughout the class. So this morning's class, we're going to just really focus on the breath, on Ujjayi breath. And we're going to do some standing poses, but we're going to go through them really slow. So just work with me just to slow everything down, get everything in check when it comes to alignment, and then just breathe. Okay, so we'll work into it now. So we're getting into the spine first up. We're going to do Ardha Chandrasana, Paschimottanasana, stretches. So come into standing. I know a lot of you are reluctant there to get up. You'll thank me for it later. All right. So just stand in Tadasana for a little while. So just get yourself prepared by allowing the blood to start running through now. Then we'll come into Ardha Chandrasana, so the standing version. So inhale, the hands above the head, palms come together. Interlace all 10 fingers, release index and cross the fingers at the back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and then come down to the right. Then come back up and go down to the left. So just really just work nice and slow into this. Just start feeling your body and feeling what's happening in your body. And every time you come back up the center, try and get into the habit to reach up. So once your spine's neutral, reach up. And you're going to just naturally get length by doing that. That'll make this whole process a little bit easier, what we're about to do. So come back to center when you're ready. And then we're going to inhale, push down through the heels, squeeze the glutes and tilt the hips slightly forward, reach up on the inhale and exhale, come down to the right, pushing that left hip out. So keep pushing the left hip out. So just come to a place where you're feeling the stretch and just keep pushing the hip out. Reach the hands as far over as possible. Come down a little bit deeper. Bring the right shoulder towards the camera slightly. Left hip towards the camera. Come down a little bit deeper, deeper, and come back up to center. So the other side. This is a lot harder early in the morning, this. Reach up on the inhale. Squeeze the glutes, tilt the hips forward and come down to the left, pushing the right hip out. Just keep pushing that hip out. Once you got to a place where you sort of think you can't get any further, just keep reaching those hands over. Bring the left shoulder towards the camera, right hip towards the camera, and come down that little bit deeper, and then come to center. So now just a back bend, and just be careful with this one, it's nice and early. So just drop the head back, so just roll the eyes back. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, and then if you can, let the arms just flow back with the ears, but keep pushing the hips forward, keep squeezing the glutes, keep looking back. Just go back, and then come up. Bend the knees, come forward. Just bring the fingers onto the floor and just walk those heels out. Beautiful, just be nice and mindful of this, going from a back bend to a forward bend like that. So with this one here, go into it as deep as you can. Obviously, if you're pregnant, you just want to be in this position here and just allow yourself to drop the head down. Okay, so you don't want to work any of the abdominal area. Everyone else, just bend the knees and bring the abdominal area into the thighs and reach behind, standing on your fingers, and then pull and stretch. So this is the best stretch you'll get in the morning. Just keep pulling and stretching. So eventually you straighten the legs and eventually the forehead touches the shin. So keep pulling, stretching, pulling and stretching. Pull and stretch. 4 more breaths. And then release. Slowly come up. Bring the hands out wide, come all the way up. Palms touch, and then bring the hands down by the sides. So we've got the heart rate pumping, which is really, really good. So come to the tops of your mat, and then you're going to step backwards, whichever way it is where you're going to face the camera. So step back and just bring those feet out as wide as you can. Okay, so you want the toes to come in. Unless you've got sciatica active, then toes are straight. So just bring the hands behind the body. So we just want to bring the hands behind the body, interlace all 10 fingers and roll the shoulder blades. So push that sternum forward. Now just lock the knees. So you just want to squeeze the thighs and push the chest forward and roll the eyes back. Beautiful. And on the next inhale, we're going to come forward with that. So just come forward to where you want to come forward. If you want to just be have your body sort of hinging there, that's fine. If you want to bring your body head all the way down, you can do that. You can bring the arms up and over, if you like. Just get into a place where you can hold and just start breathing and feel the stretch right through the body. Beautiful. Nice. Breathe. Allow the head to drop. You want that head to drop. Okay, you want to relax the neck. Just allow yourself to open up. And then slowly, slowly come up. Beautiful. So what we're going to do now is come into Warrior Two. So turn the left toes to face the front of the mat and bring the hands in line with the shoulders and push the left knee forward. Okay, so we want to bend that left thigh. Beautiful. Take your time to set up. So make sure the blade of the foot is pushed into the floor. Back leg is nice and straight and solid. Okay, the left knee wants to come inwards all the time, so make sure it's pushed back a little bit. Make sure you can see the big toe. If you can't see the big toe, slide the foot forward. Bring the hands in line with the shoulders. Just check that back arm, that the middle finger is in line, and check the front. This is our drishti, our focus here. Bring the chin towards the shoulder. Push the left knee forward. Keep that back leg straight and solid. Keep reaching forward and reaching back. And hold. Remember the breath. Beautiful. Now turn the left palm up. The right palm comes on the back leg. Push the left knee forward. That's really important. Don't lean back. Push the left knee forward. Bring the left arm up and over. Keep that back leg solid and straight. It's not about the depth of how you get into this. It's about getting the stretch. So just push the left knee forward and reach back as far as you can, but keep that back leg solid. Beautiful. Now we're going to come all the way over into Trikonasana. Keep the left leg bent. Bring the left elbow on the inside of the left knee. Point the fingers down. Right arm stays up, directly up. Bring the chin towards the right shoulder. Reach up and reach down. Back leg is nice and solid. Push the left knee away from you, so you're opening up through the hips. Now drop the right arm back a little bit to open the chest and hold. And then slowly come up. Well done. Go to the other side. This will be opening you up for sure. So again, take your time to set up Warrior Two. It's always good just to make sure that your legs are right first. So blade of the foot into the floor, back leg solid. Make sure you can see the right toes over the knee as you bend that leg. And then bring the hands in line. The shoulders, check the back arm. Now the front, bring the chin to chest to shoulder. Reach forward, push that right knee forward, back leg solid. So reach forward, reach back. And hold. Just catch that breath again. Beautiful. Now turn the right palm up, left palm back, push the right knee forward and bring that right arm up and over. Get to a position where you're feeling that stretch at the front of the body and then push the knee further forward. Slide the hand back down, left hand. Hold there. Open through the chest, so don't drop down. Open through the chest. Breathe. And now we're coming into Trikonasana on this side. So keep that right knee bent. Right elbow on the inside of the knee, push the knee away. Fingers are pointing down, left arm up. Bring the chin towards the left shoulder as you push the knee away from you and drop the left shoulder away to open the chest and hold. Make sure the back leg is solid and straight. Beautiful, slowly come up. Turn the toes to face the side again, to face the camera. Slowly fold down, bring the hands in front of you, and then just walk the hands. So turn the fingers towards the body and walk under you as much as you can. But keep those palms on the floor. And just breathe. And then slowly walk forward. So coming up, using your strength, arms out wide, turn the left toes, face the top of the mat, step up, and we're in Tadasana. Beautiful. So just relax there, just let the blood flow. We're going to go through just a couple of sun salutations. The first one is just a normal one, and then we'll do the full one after that. So when you're ready, inhale, bring the hands up. Back bend, palms together, cross the thumbs, squeeze the glutes, hips come forward. Just hold for a breath or two. Slowly come down, bend the knees if you need to. Drop the head down. Couple of breaths, hips up. On the inhale, left foot back, left knee to the floor. Keep the fingers on the floor, chin up, chest up in runner's lunge. Push that right knee forward. Straighten the left leg, bring the right leg back, we're in plank position. Hold in plank. So you want to push those heels back. Push the floor away so you're rounding the shoulders. Look forward, belly button to spine. Ashtangasana, so knees, chest, chin to the floor. So make sure as you're bringing the chest down, you're pushing the hips up. Okay, so hips come up as the chest comes down. Chin on the floor, chest on the floor. If not, just elbows on the floor, forehead on the floor. So then you're going to bring yourself to the floor nice and easy. Okay, so stomach, whole body on the floor. And then just bring the hands to the side of the body, feet together, elbows in, and just lift nice and gentle. Okay, you want your hips into the floor. You don't have to have straight arms, shoulder blades together, chin up, chest. Slowly come down. Back onto all fours, roll the toes over, kick the hips up, downward facing dog. Hold in downward facing dog. Get a nice stretch here. Push those hips up. And when you're ready, we're going to step the left foot forward, right knee to the floor. Chin up, chest up, fingers on the floor. Keep pushing the left knee forward. Keep feeling that stretch to the right hip flexor. Straighten the right leg, step forward, full forward bend. When you're ready, bend the knees, come all the way up. Arms out wide, palms together, cross the thumbs, push the hips forward, arms back, and then come into Namaskar. Nice. And do one more. Inhale, come up. Nice little back bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, left foot back, left knee to the floor. This time we come into slaying warrior. So palms together, arms up. Push the right knee forward. Get that nice stretch. So you can hold here or come into a twist, whichever one you feel like. Just bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and twist. You're not here for long. Come back to center. Bring the hands down. Straighten that left leg. Right leg comes back. We're in plank position. Just hold in plank. So this time we'll do half chaturanga. So drop the knees to the floor, bring the chest towards the floor, elbows in, push through, and this time come into Bhujangasana. So you might want to go straighter arms or keep the arms bent, but you really want to keep pushing the hips into the floor. And roll the toes over, kick the hips up, downward facing dog. And just push those hips up nice and high and downward facing dog. Get that stretch. The entire posterior chain. So we'll come into dog split. So you want to bring that right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. So you want that knee to point up, the heel to come towards the buttocks, push the floor away and look underneath the right armpit if you can, bringing that chest around. Come back to square the hips up, bring the right foot down, switch sides. Left leg comes up, bend the knee, stack the hips. Push that right left knee up, left heel towards the buttocks. Push the floor away, look underneath the left armpit if you can. Bring the chest around. Straighten the hips, straighten the leg, bring the left leg forward. Left foot onto the floor. Coming into sliding warrior. Just feel the opening now. Feel how much more open you are. Push the left knee forward. You lift deep into that right hip flexor. Either stay here or come into the twist. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee and twist. Coming back to center. Bring the hands down either side of the right foot. Straighten that right leg. Step forward, just a full forward bend. Then bend the knees, bring the arms up. Come all the way up, palms together. Back bend. And then into Namaskar. So once we come into Namaskar, just stand there for just a breath or two. Beautiful, and then bring the feet apart. Toes out, heels in, and we're sitting down in Garland. Now, if Garland gets a bit too much, just go into Happy Baby. Okay, so whichever one is comfortable. So with Garland, we want to get as much balance as we can. A lot of the times you'll go onto your toes and your hips are, your body's going forward, so your spine's not straight. So work on getting a straight spine first. Beautiful. And if you're in Garland, what I'll get you to do, just if you like, don't have to, is come up onto your toes. Keep pushing those hips down. Don't allow the hips to come up. Just let the hips come up because your toes are coming up. So don't bring the hips up as an extension. Now pick up your left foot and place it around your right ear. I can't do it today, so someone's going to have to show me. You can bring the heels back down. Beautiful. And just hold here for a few more breaths. Nice, and when you're ready, just bring the hands behind. Stretch the legs out. Allow that blood to flow back through the hips there. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the hard work done, or the easy work done. I reckon it's the easy work done. So from here, we're going to come into deer pose. So just bring the left leg down, right knee comes behind. Okay, so we're going to come into a nice forward fold. So just remember, this is supposed to be really calming and really nice. So don't allow yourself to feel anything other than that. Adjust yourself. You need to. If you've got a bolster or a cushion or a block, you can place that in front of you. You don't have to come all the way to the floor. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and then slowly come forward. Just allow yourself to sink into this pose nicely. Beautiful. So we're not holding the poses too long this morning. Okay, so it's about a minute pose. So we're just going to flow through them, but the main deal we're after is the breath. Okay, so every time you get into the pose, just focus on getting that breath under control. And all these poses, it's not about getting into the depth of the pose. It's getting them where you can go today. Once you can get into that position where you feel today and you connect to the breath. Okay, so that's what they call moksha. So that's emotional freedom once you get that breath connected with the movement of the body. And when you're ready, slowly come up. So once you come up, we're going to go into square pose from here. Okay, so the left leg is already down. If you need the left leg to go straight, if you're doing one leg, do that. Otherwise, just pick up that right leg and bring it over. Grab my block. And it's going to be a little bit harder this time of the morning, but we are fairly open. And so come into this position. Beautiful. And just relax in this. It's only a minute. So get into the pose. And the minute you feel as comfortable as you can, start breathing. Yogic breath. Control the breath. Beautiful. Just start feeling nice and relaxed. Again, you can fold forward in this or just stay where you are. It's totally up to you. And slowly working your way up. Switching sides, stretch the legs out first, so you get that blood flowing through the knees there. And then drop the right knee down. Left knee comes behind. Left knee comes underneath the right foot. Lengthen through the spine and then slowly bring yourself forward. Beautiful. Just working your way forward on that. Come as relaxed as you can. So opening up the ankles, knees, hips here on the both poses that we're doing. The forward bend. It's obviously just working through the lower back and spine. Just the last few breaths. And slowly working your way up. So coming into square pose here. So if you're doing one leg, just bring the right leg out, flip that over and come into that position. Or if you're doing both legs, keep the right leg down and bring that left leg over, stacking the shins. Beautiful. Just relax in this position if you can relax. I know some people flip into this position. I know Jasmine, you can just sort of flip into that quite good. It took me years to get anywhere near looking like I'm in this position. Some people just flip into it quite well. Others, it's a nightmare. If it is a nightmare, just keep working on it. We'll get there. Beautiful. Last 15 seconds. And having one of your siblings lying across there would help as well. Start opening your hips a little bit more. Slowly coming out. Stretch the legs out. Give them a nice shake. Beautiful. So coming into windshield wipers. And then from there, what we're going to do is flip back onto all fours. Okay, so cat-cow is the major ones I like to do every class because it's so important. So bring the knees underneath not the ribs, the hips, the wrists underneath the shoulders. And just move through some cat-cow movement. Okay, it's just a minute. Just either go slow or fast, wherever you're feeling that you're getting the best movement, that whipping action with the breath. Beautiful, 30 seconds to go. And when you're ready, just come to a neutral position. We're going to move into a bit of a twisting spine action. So bring your left hand in front of you, right arm up. So thread the needle we're coming into, and then just slide under there, bringing that right shoulder down. You can just drop your head down if that's enough and have the hips up. You're getting everything you need. If you want to go further, just bring the left hand to the lower back or open the chest more and bring the left hand around as far as you can go. So again, it's just a minute. We're not here for too long. So take your time to get into the position that you need to get into. And just breathe. When you're ready, bring that left hand up, place it down onto the floor, switching sides. So bring that right arm up, drop it down into underneath the chin. Bring the left arm up, swooping under. And do what you like with the right arm. You might want to bring it up, place the palm onto the lower back, or twisting around. Remember the breath, Ujjayi breath if you can. And just a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, bring that right arm up, right hand down, swing that left arm up and over as much as you can to open up. Bring the hands down and then just work through some cat-cows from here. Beautiful, just another 30 seconds or so. Beautiful, and then coming into crocodile position, so just coming onto the floor, legs out, stack the hands, drop the forehead to the hands. So bring the feet together and we'll come into Sphinx pose, a nice comfortable back bend here. Elbows into the floor, so push the forearms into the floor, feet together, palms on the floor, shoulder blades together, push the chest forward and up. Should be quite open now to get really good stretch through that lower back. Try not to squeeze. I've got this habit of squeezing my shoulders up in this. So keep pushing the crown of the head away from you. You've got the option to stay here or come into seal pose. You might go into seal and it's too much. Just drop back down into Sphinx. It's totally up to you. Couple breaths. And then slowly, slowly come down. Once you come down back into crocodile pose, relax that back. So when you're ready, help yourself up. You're going to come into wide-legged child's pose. So we're only in this for about a minute. We're going to flow into a back bend from here. So wide-legged child's pose coming into that. So once you come into wide-legged child's pose after those back bends, you'll just feel this, such a relieving feeling, just lengthening that spine again. Just another few breaths here. Slowly come up. Come up onto all fours and we'll move into melting heart. Okay, so bring the arms forward, chest on the floor, chin on the floor, hips up. Relax. That's too much. Forearms on the floor, forehead on the floor. Beautiful. So we're not long in this. We've got about another 40 seconds to go. and then slowly coming up. Once you come up, we'll come into Vajrasana. So coming into Japanese seated pose. Then bring the hands up. We'll come into half tortoise. So palms together, cross the thumbs, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, just fold forward. So it's just a nice, easy fold forward. So obviously, coming all the way to the floor, pinkies on the floor, push the hands forward, hips back on every move. Yeah, that's perfect, Jasmine, what you're doing there. Just keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. When you're ready, slowly, slowly come up. So bring the arms up and then back down. Beautiful. And then just come into like the standing position on your knees. Bring your knees hip width apart and we'll come into Ustrasana. Okay, so bring the hands behind, fingers pointing down, shoulder blades together, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, and then drop back. So just, yeah, Jasmine, just be careful where you go with this. You can get into this, but probably not all the way. Push the hips forward, drop the head back, bring the left hand down, right hand down if you like, and push the hips forward. Push the chest up. Drop the head back, just keep rolling the eyes back. Push the hips forward. Breathing, hips forward, keep rolling back, rolling the eyes back. Beautiful, about 3 or 4 more breaths here. Right near the end, push the hips as far forward as you can. Push the chest up as far as you can and roll the eyes back as far as you can. And hold for 2 breaths. And then slowly coming out of the pose. Beautiful. From here, we're going to flip over into Shavasana. Okay, so flip yourself over, relax in Shavasana. You really open the spine up now, so just relax it, get that blood to flow through there. Just enjoy. A minute in Shavasana. When you're ready, just bring the knees into the chest, have a squeeze, just be nice and gentle with yourself and then roll up. From here, we'll move back into the hips. So a couple of hip opener poses again, and then we'll finish off with a nice forward and back then. So we'll come into cow face. So bring the left foot underneath the right buttock, and we're stacking the right knee on top. So I think most of you know this by now. So lifting up, coming around, coming into that position. Beautiful. If it's too much, left leg comes straight out. So again, we're only in this for a short time, so it's not in this for a great deal of time. So work your way into the best stretch you can possibly get, and then just connect to the breath. Just continually work to keep those hips square. Sometimes my hips square as soon as I get into it, particularly in the evening classes. But in the morning classes, I'm sort of leaning to one side. Probably not going to get all the way down there in the minute, but just have that that intention to straighten the hips, and you're going to feel the opening of the outside of the hip there. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly come out and switch to the other side. Stretch the legs out and bring the right leg under. And bring that left leg up and over. Just hold there. And last 15 seconds, just a few breaths here. And then slowly coming out. Once you come out, stretch the legs, give them a shake, because we want to move to the hip, the adductors now, so inside. So flip over and we'll come into frog pose. It's only a minute in frog pose, so it's not too long. Knees out wide, toes pointing out, heels in, push the hips back. Beautiful. Just relax and speak a minute from now. So the last 30 seconds here. So this is more of a yin flow. In India, they call it a hatha flow. So you're in the poses for about a minute, anywhere from 40 seconds to a minute. So you get a lot more poses in, but you're not getting as deep. But if you do the sequencing right, you're actually getting as deep. So it's just about getting the right poses in the right sequence. So when you're ready, slowly come out. And then just stretch the legs out. So flip over and stretch the legs out. So don't come into Shavasana. And just stretch the legs out from here. So we're going to come into a forward bend as well as stretching the glutes. And then we'll finish off with the back bend. So when you're ready, help yourself up, come on all fours, into downward facing dog, and then we're coming into pigeon pose. So bring the right leg up and bring the knee to the back of the right wrist. Flipping the toes around, keeping that left ankle in line with the left hip. Bring the shoulder blades together, chin up, chest up, and then slowly come forward. It's just a minute either side. So last 25 seconds on the side. And when you're ready, just slowly head up and come into the opposite side. Take your time to get set up here. And you can be in a position where you're keeping your chest up. That's fine to do that. Or just relax in that forward fold position, which is sleeping swan. So last 30 seconds here. And when you're ready, slowly come out of the pose. So straighten up right leg. The left leg back, I like to have a bit of a stretch. In downward facing dog. Coming back down to the floor, you grab your block or whatever you place under you to come into supported bridge. It's been really nice after those poses. Just you can come into bridge if you like. You're really open for bridge, but supported bridge will be really nice as well. So just a minute in here, and then we do a shoulder stand, and then we're done. Beautiful. Just again, just connect to that breath. Just start allowing yourself to slow down. Everything's slowing down now. We've had the adrenaline up and down a little bit. It's been good balance. So we've got 30 seconds to go. So if you want to go any deeper or stay where you are, it's all good. When you're ready, slowly come out, rest the back, just for a few breaths. And then whenever you're ready, you can come into Viparita Karani, which is legs up with a block under you, or just hands under you or against the wall, or shoulder stand. Again, it's only a minute, so just choose which one you want to go into today. Beautiful. Just start. It's just the last 15 seconds. And when you're ready, just coming out of the pose. So just windshield wipers if you did Viparita Karani, or just a quick fish pose if you've done shoulder stand and plow. And then just relax. Come into the final pose. At times going really, really quick. So you've got a couple of minutes. So just come into Shavasana. Once you get into that position that you're comfortable in, just focus on the breath. Okay, just focus on working with the breath and the mantra of So Hum at first. So the first minute we'll do So Hum. So first of all, just take a long, slow, deep breath in. And then release the breath. Do that again, long, slow, deep breath in. Then release the breath. So with every breath, inhale now, say So. Every exhale, Hum. So. Hum. So. Hum. So Hum translates to I am that. I am. Beautiful. So now just release the mantra. And then just focus on Chitakasha. So it's that dark space behind the eyelids there. If you want to go deeper into Chitakasha, just roll the eyes up and look behind the forehead. And while you're in that position, just repeat the mantra over and over. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Don't strain the eyes when you're looking up. Just try and be in that position. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Looking into Chitakasha, repeating I am the universe, Aham Brahmasmi. The connection you have with the universe is where you're looking right now. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. So now just release the mantra. Just focus back on the breath. So relax the eyes. Just take a long, slow, deep breath in. And then release the breath. This time take a long, slow, deep breath in of love. Take as much as you can in, and then hold at the top there. And then release the breath and release fear. Just do that again. Take a long, slow, deep breath in of love. And then release fear. Take a long, slow, deep breath in of joy. And just release unhappiness. Take a long, slow, deep breath in of sweetness. And then release sourness. Become aware of your natural breath. Sending off gratitude to someone in your life right now. Just have a think about that. Who is it? Who you want it to be? It could be someone that's in your life every day, or someone you don't see much, someone that you briefly met. Just send off a gratitude to them. So let them know that you're grateful for them being in your life in whatever way it is. And then turning inward and giving yourself the thanks and praise that you deserve for getting here on an early morning class and dedicating this space to yourself. And sometimes there's so much other things you can do. Just praise yourself for giving yourself this time and starting your day off with this blissful feeling. Let's start wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rolling to the right hand side. Take a breath on the right hand side. And come up into Namaskar. So Namaskar is prayer position, it's called in the West, Namaskar in the East. And the idea is connecting left and right hemisphere. Okay, so that's the idea of being in this position. So I'd like to thank you all for turning up and allowing me to take you through this class. I hope you feel amazing. It always starts my day off beautifully. So I hope you feel the same. And have a wonderful rest of the day and rest of the weekend. See you all again soon. Namaste.